Hey humans, and welcome to Read to Me, Matt Dunn. I'm Matt Dunn, and I'm going to read to you. Today we're reading Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Frankenstein. We are on chapter 16. Chapter 16. The being finished speaking, and fixed his looks upon me in expectation of a reply. It's like, whenever I read, I have this sensation of burping. I don't know why. Maybe all this talking makes gas go into my stomach. Anywho. But I was bewildered, perplexed, and unable to arrange my ideas sufficiently to understand the full extent of his proposition. He continued, "You must create a female for me, with whom I can live in the interchange of those symphonies necessary for my being. This you alone can do, and I demand it as a right which you must not refuse." Must not. "You cannot refuse me." "Look at my fucking face." The latter part of his tale had kindled anew in me the anger that had died away while he narrated his peaceful life among the cottagers, and as he said this, I could no longer suppress the rage that burned within me. "I do refuse it," I replied, "and no torture shall ever extort a consent from me. You may render me the most miserable of men, but you shall never make me base in my own eyes." Whatever the fuck that means. "Shall I create another like yourself, whose joint wickedness might desolate the world? Begone, I have answered you. You may torture me, but I will never consent. You fuck." He's just all like up in his brain and stuff. You know, when you're full of yourself, you are full of yourself. "You are in the wrong," replied the fiend, "and instead of threatening, I consent to reason with you. I am malicious because I am miserable. I am not shunned and hated by all mankind. You, my creator, would tear me to pieces in triumph. Remember that, and tell me why I should pity man more than man pities me. You would not certainly call it murder if you could precipitate me into one of those ice rifts and destroy my frame, the work of your own hands. Shall I respect the man when he contempts me? Let him live with me in the interchange of kindness, and instead of injury, I would bestow every benefit upon him with tears of gratitude at his acceptance. But that cannot be. The human senses are insurmountable barriers to our union. Yet mine shall not be the submission of abject slavery. I will revenge my injuries if I cannot inspire love. I will cause fear, and chiefly towards you, my archenemy. Because my creator, do I swear inextinguishable hatred. Have a care, I will work at your destruction, nor finish until I desolate your heart, so that you curse the hour of your birth." Ooh, and you know I can do it too. I've learned that fucking pretty damn good English, damn good language, even if it is probably German or old Romanian or whatever. French. We are oui. Fiendish rage animated him as he said this. His face was wrinkled in contortions too horrible for human eyes to behold. But presently he calmed himself and proceeded. He's got control over his inner demons. I intended to reason. This passion is detrimental to me, for you do not reflect that you are the cause of my excess. If any being felt emotions of benevolence toward me, I should return them 100 and 100-fold. For that one creature's sake, I would make peace with the whole kind. But I now indulge in dreams of bliss that cannot be realized. What I ask of you is reasonable and moderate. I demand a creature of another sex, but as hideous as myself. The gratification is small, but it is all that I can receive, and it shall content me. It is true we shall be monsters, cut off from all the world, but on that account we shall be more attached to one another. Our lives will not be happy, but they will be harmless and free from the misery I now feel. Oh, my Creator, make me happy. Let me feel gratitude toward you for one benefit. Let me see that I excite the symphony of sympathy of some existing thing. Do not deny me my request. Do not deny me my request. Request is a question mark. Request. I was moved. He moved me. Even dead people have hearts, and I wasn't talking about the creature. I was moved. I shuddered when I thought of the possible consequences of my consent. But I felt that there was some justice in his argument. His tale and the feelings of his now expressed proved him to be a creature of fine sensations. And did I not, as his maker, owe him all the portions of happiness that it was my power to bestow? Now you're seeing reason, you dumbass. He saw my change of feeling and continued. He's probably like, you're a mean monster, but maybe I do owe you something in return because I made you and left you alone. Kind of like a abandoned child in a dumpster. Whew. Blaming the child. As he continued, if you consent, neither you nor any other human being shall ever see us again. I will go to the vast wilds of South America. My food is not that of man. I do not destroy the lamb and the kid to glut my appetite. Acorns and, I want to say acorns, it sounds better, but acorns and berries afford me sufficient nourishment. My companion will be of the same nature as myself, and will be content with the same fare. We shall make our bed of dried leaves. The sun will shine on us as on man, and will ripen our food. The picture I present to you is peaceful and humane, and you must feel that you could deny it only in wantonness of power and cruelty. Pitiless as you have been towards me, I now see compassion in your eyes. Let me seize the favorable moment and persuade you to promise what I so ardently desire. Please, dude, give me someone. Now, this thing, well, I guess you could call him Frankenstein because Victor Frankenstein created him, and technically he's Victor's son, and that makes his surname Frankenstein. So, creature Frankenstein. Wow, that's good hot cocoa. Creature Frankenstein. He is just like, he is not in the right. You can't just. Okay. It's like, do you want to bring kids into this world, or do you not want to bring kids into this world? You know, subject them to the same horror you've been going to? I mean, it wouldn't be a kid, it would be a, you know what? Let's not get into it. Let's see what happens. If you wish for me to keep reading, please check out some more of my videos. Give me a thumbs up, like it, you know what I mean? Subscribe, and write some comments down below, and I promise we'll be friends. Because we already are. Friend.